sort of the person that assembled this team of superheroes. It's the superhero EP, right? She wanted a wonder. She wanted a wild card. She wanted all of these people. So she sort of assembled this team of people. But really, she's hiding this fear that she is this fraud who will never accomplish these dreams and just will forever be chasing after, just trying to catch up. Hi, I'm at Allstate right now, and I'm just talking really quietly because I just know that someone else can hear me right now, and so I'm just gonna make this really fast. Still working on the Dream Chaser. This is kind of the perfect setting for me to keep writing about it. My computer doesn't really get Wi-Fi in our dorm room that we're staying in, so I had this thought during rehearsal. I was like, since when do I need a computer to write? Since when do I even need like a piano? Even though I could have a piano, but since when do I need all those things? All I need is my brain, and I have that. So I'm gonna try to write a little bit right now because I have a lot to express. Hello, I'm here to finally sit down at my piano, my keyboard, whatever you want to call it, and to kind of I'm going to show you what I have of the Dream Chaser so far. And this hair really just wants to do whatever it wants to do. I respect that, you know? But back to the Dream Chaser. And the way she talks, it's like she knows that she's got it. It's like she knows that it's locked in. It's like she knows, wants it enough to turn these fantasies into realities. But if they could only see, she's a fraud. Tell me, what does she even try? Seems like it's just a big waste of time. It's like the roughest of rough drafts. There we go. Hello, I'm here again to update you on the Dream Chaser, and good news, I fixed one part in the first verse that, that I didn't like. It was when she reaches out to grab one, she faces a fight that's never won. And I didn't like the absolute nature of it's never won, which was my original interpretation of the character, but then I switched to the sort of second interpretation of the character, where she sometimes catches the dreams, but then she's on to the next one, so that's why she's constantly chasing. So I changed it a little bit to, when she reaches out to grab one, they dash away, make it a game for fun. And I just like that line better in general. So that's good progress. Bad news. This isn't really like bad news. It's more just like I haven't done it yet. I guess that's this section. Things I have done and things I haven't done. In the chorus, I love the first part. Goes, she's a fraud. Deep down, she doesn't know what she's doing. Always on the brink of ruin. Always on the brink of giving up. And then the second part is, she's all talk. And right now, after she's all talk, I say, deep down, she knows she'll never be satisfied. So tell me, why does she even try? Seems like it's just a big waste of time. And then it goes into the hunting these wild ambitions like they'll save her. I like the idea of like the never be satisfied thing, which plays into the whole she's on to the next, and then she's on to the next, and then she's on to the next. But I don't like seems like it's just a big waste of time. Like, that line feels like a filler line in order to get to hunting these wild ambitions, right? So I need a more purposeful line there. So maybe I'll try and brainstorm right now and just force myself to do it. She's all talk. Deep down, she knows she'll never be satisfied. But the thing is, like, I want... Catches her eye and then she's on these wild ambitions. Deep down, she knows she'll never be satisfied, 'cause as soon as she gets another grabs her eye. She's all talk. Deep down, she knows she'll never be satisfied, 'cause another catches her eye. Oh, I have 3. Satisfied. Tell me, what did she even try? Oh, good. I have 2 rhymes, not 1. I have 2 lines, not 1. She's all talk. Deep down, she knows she'll never be satisfied. 'Cause it's another catches her eye. Da 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 da. Hunting these wild. So I'm trying to say, like, as soon as she catches one, another catches her eye. How many syllables do I have? 'Cause it another. So I have 7 syllables. Okay, at first I didn't like the combining, like, catches, but as soon as she catches a dream, another catches her eye. I kind of like the 2 different uses of catch. Right, as soon as she catches a dream, another catches her eye. I could cheat the rhythm like that, but I feel like it's kind of awkward. Do I need as? Soon as she catches a dream, another catches her eye. Soon as she catches a dream. Okay. She's all talk. Deep down, she knows she'll never be satisfied. Soon as she catches a dream, another catches her eye. So another catches her eye. Trying to be, and there's just not enough time. I like this. Hold on, I am having an idea. Trying to be the best at everything, but there's just not enough time. She catches a dream, another catches her eye. Trying to be the best at it all, but there's just not enough time. That's too many syllables. I didn't want to say this. I need to stop the video now. It's gonna get too much storage. Hello. I finished what I believe will be pretty close to the final version of the first verse and the first chorus of The Dream Chaser. Here are the new problems that arise. It's super long. The verse is long and the chorus is long, so together they are just this monstrosity that is 2 minutes and 17 seconds. I could always speed up the tempo a little bit, but there's only so much that speeding up the tempo can do. A lot of the major changes with time come from, cutting words. And so now here's the part where I kind of go back and revise, and I try and figure out if every single line that I put into the song is absolutely integral in order to set up the character in the first verse. This is very important because you can sort of cut and paste. So I need to see, is there anything from the first verse that doesn't need to be said in order to set up the first chorus? She likes control, doesn't like to go slow, doesn't like waiting around for someone else to hurry it up and press go. She likes it on her own, more room for her thoughts, more room for her life, no time to stop. Do I need that in the first verse? I don't think I do. I love that part, so I don't want to cut that part entirely, but I will maybe, cut and paste it somewhere else into the second verse. I think that's probably what I'm going to do, is I'm going to put that part about she likes control into the second verse. Seems like a good plan. I'm going to go time it out and we'll see how it works. Hello, I have done, so many, wow. I feel like I need a little bit of an introduction. So for The Dream Chaser, the vast bulk of The Dream Chaser brainstorming and stuff like that is on voice memos, but I guess I understand that, like, in a video, you want to see a video. So I thought I would just record a little bit of my final process. I'm working on verse 2 and trying to make this better. All the highs and the lows, all the ebbs and the flows, cutting her to the bone, might be killing her slow, but to her, life is just a game. But to her, life's just a game, boy. You make the perfect moves to get the highest score, and she won't stop until she becomes so much more than they ever thought she would be. I need a word that rhymes or has that O sound to put at the end of this line so that the transition into she likes control doesn't sound so awkward. So much more control. Possible. She likes control. That might work. More than they ever thought was possible. She likes control. I think that's gonna work. Yay. Never thought possible. Likes control. Control. Does it like to go slow? Hurry it up. Press go. I'm glad I got the possible. If nothing else, I got possible. And the way she taught makes someone wanna listen, makes someone wanna understand her composition, makes someone wanna figure out how to be so sure. Something I gotta look at the lyrics. I don't know. But I'm gonna stop the video now because I'm almost at 10 minutes. Hello. I'm here to officially sort of announce that I have finished the Dream Chaser, or at least as much as I'm going to do right now. I've got sort of the bare bones, and I'm going to move on to a different song in the EP. Don't ask me what it is. I think it's going to be 6, but I also thought that I was going to do 6 last time, and then I ended up writing the Dream Chaser instead. Oh, I just realized that I'm going to put these videos, I think, in order of the, songs actually on the EP. So this is the first one that you're seeing. So every time that I talk about Miss Wonder or whatever, you haven't seen any of the Miss Wonder process. But yeah, I am officially done with the Dream Chaser. I believe I know what song will be next in the video though. Maybe I should stop saying I'll work on this next. All of these are not in chronological order, so sorry about it. That's all I gotta say about the Dream Chaser. And now you gotta wait a while, but eventually you'll be able to hear it, and I hope you like it. And we all know, don't even ask, you won't get a straight answer out of her. She'll just sigh, roll her eyes and say, let's go, 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 let's run away. We didn't waste our gas to get here just to sit in one place. You guys talk too much, well, I've run out of things to say. And if I sit still any longer, I think I'll go insane. So let's go be wild, wild, wild. Let's go be wild, wild, wild. Hello from a future Avery and editing Avery who is here to explain the situation with the process of making wildcard videos, because I don't have any. I actually wrote wildcard before I decided to do all of this, to make all of these videos documenting the process of making each of these songs, and so I don't have videos for wildcard like I do for all of the other songs. So instead, what this section is going to be is a series of voice memos that I took as I was writing this song, and then you're gonna have future Avery pop in every now and then to kind of discuss the context of the voice memos. So as I've probably talked about, every character in the EP is based off of or inspired by a real life person in my friend group. And the process of writing wildcard started after I had hung out with this group at a park, and we had been sitting under the playground just talking for a while, and the person that this character wildcard is based off of started to get kind of antsy, and they wanted to go, they wanted to run around, play a game, do something, and they were kind of like, hey, we're at a park, let's actually do something here, not just sit. That is what inspired the chorus for wildcard, and that's the first thing that I started writing. You'll see that in these first voice memos from late August to early September. It's very much the chorus, and then I also got an idea for the bridge really early on, and that's the part that I fleshed out the most right away. She says, let's let's go, go, go. Let's run away. We didn't waste our gas to get here and just sit in one place. You guys talk too much. I've run out of things to say. And if I sit still any longer, I think I'll go insane. So let's go be wild. She is a wild card. A wild card. It's so hard to read her, but you can't deny you need her. Oh, wild card, wild card. Will you ever let your guard down? Or you just keep saying, let's go, go, go. Let's run away. Will you ever let your guard down? Will you ever show your hand? Will you ever let us try to understand? Or will you just keep saying, let's go? After these initial ideas for Wildcard, I kind of fell off of the Wildcard train for a while. And I stopped working on it for a long time until it was March of 2021. And let me lay out the scenario for you. And I will insert screenshots of part of this conversation that I had with the person that Wildcard is based off of. We were talking about the fact that I really, really wanted them to listen to the album Fine Line by Harry Styles and then rank all of the songs on it from their favorite to their least favorite. And they did not want to do it, but I was persistent. And so I was trying to offer up something in return, sort of like if you rank the album, I will do this other thing for you. And so I came up with the idea that if they would rank the Harry Styles album, I would send them what I had of Wildcard so far, what I had written in that August-September section. But they did not go for it. They thought that they were going to be still doing way more work, whereas I just got to send them these voice memos. And so I kind of had to level up, and I said, okay, if you rank the album, I will finish the song and I will send it to you. And they agreed to this. And so I had a deadline. I had to finish it by that Friday, so I only had a few days. So this agreement is really what made me kick it into high gear and start working on Wildcard. That's what this next section of voice memos is going to be. It's really going to be me working on the first and second verses because I had not even touched them during August and September. She is fascinating, so fast-paced, very few people can keep up with her. She's a control chaos, an exciting mystery because she only ever shows you what she wants you to see. Always feeling like she's got one foot out the door, and that one vision just decided to show up anymore. So at 2 a.m. calls, I'll trade a secret to mine. Try and get beneath the armor while I've still got time before she closes up and locks me out again. With the verses done, I really had the full song. I just had to weave them together with the chorus and bridge that I had already done, and then I was good to go, and I made my deadline, and it was great. Wildcard was a really fun song to work on. I think it's different from all of the other songs because it's a little more fast-paced than everything else. It's a little bit quicker, a little bit more high energy. I feel like a lot of the other songs are a little bit slower than this one, but since Wildcard is very fast-paced and very lively as a character, this song kind of had to mirror that. And so it was fun to write a song like that had just words and words and words and just a tempo that won't stop, And Wildcard was also really important just in the process of the Imposters EP in general because it was the first song that I finished, and it was the first time that I believed that I could take this concept of an EP and actually turn it into a real thing that I could do, that I could write all of the songs and I could make it happen. And it took me a few more months. I didn't decide until the summer of 2021 that I was going to really try and go for it, but I think having already written Wildcard and having that kind of in my back pocket already, I think that really helped me decide that I could do it and decide to go for it. Thank you for sticking it out with future Avery. And now we will go back in time to talk about the process of the next song, which you'll have to wait and see what it is. I wanted to update, I guess technically I was working on The Optimist, but as you will, see in just a second, I was at work, and when it's not busy at work, what I like to do is run over songs in my head and see if I have any realizations. And let me just tell you this story. Let me just tell you what happened today. It was kind of wild. So I was at work, and okay, no. Okay, I gotta go back to the beginning of the story for you to fully understand it. So I was at home last night, I think. I found the video of me. I came home and I got out of my car, and it was just one of those, like, the melody and the lyrics, just like 1 or 2 lines hit me just randomly. And I will insert the video here. Oh, I'm sorry that I don't play. Oh, I'm sorry that I'm this way. I am trying to be better for you, baby. Because I had just listened to it yesterday, today it was sort of stuck in my head. And then I was thinking about Miss Wonder, and I was thinking about what type of song I wanted it to be. I couldn't explain why I was just randomly thinking about it, because I was supposed to be working on The Optimist, right? But all of a sudden I had this light bulb moment, this realization that I could use that for Miss Wonder. Like, I could use that melody for Miss Wonder. So I'm at work, and I'm just thinking about this. Oh, I'm sorry that I don't know you. I'm sorry that I'm this way. I am trying to be better for you, babe. And you're saying that we're okay, but you're not listening to what I say. You got me stumbling, got me wondering, why do I even stay? Why do I even try? Nobody's gonna reach this standards in the sky. Why do I even try? Don't want to settle for getting by. That's what I feel like that should be. Got me stumbling, got me wondering, why do I even stay? Why do I even try? We're barely getting by. Not gonna reach my standards in the sky. Stuck in this state of wonder. She's sad and endure, and she's patient, but she's sick and tired of waiting. Miss Wonder, stuck in a state of wonder, Miss Wonder, stuck in a state of wonder, oh Miss Wonder, stuck in a state of wonder, Miss Wonder, stuck in a state of wonder. Something like that. I have something new for Miss Wonder. Okay, that was some good camera work. Good job. All right, here we go. So I'm thinking about the build, and I'm trying to, what was I doing? Ready? And so on and so forth. Something like that. Hello, welcome back to my car. This is more of me talking about realizations or just ideas that I've had while I am at work and there are no customers. I was thinking about Miss Wonder as I was working, just going over the beginning and thinking, okay, I need lyrics. So here's what I've got. No room for doubts, no room for uncertainty. At least that's what it looks like. That's what she sounds like. And most of the time we'll put up a fight because it almost feels right. But when the day turns into the night, she's got nowhere to turn and nowhere to hide. Something like that, and then all right. I was at work again. I spent some of it thinking about Miss Wonder and trying to finish writing up until what I want to be like the break in the chorus, but I didn't get there. But I did get some lyrics, so we're gonna try and work this out now. Hello, I'm in my car at Jack's house, and I realized that I never finished. Oh, Jack is coming. Jack, don't see me. Jack, don't see what I'm doing. Jack, I'm looking. Darn, now I gotta wait for him to leave. Basically, I realized that I never finished updating, like, what parts of Miss Wonder I, finished or realized at work. So, I'm gonna do it right now, as soon as Jack goes back to his backyard. They told me it'd be lonely at the top, but goddamn, it's lonelier than I thought it'd be. An evergreen with the lilac trees. Got me questioning the road to which I've steered, but I fought tooth and nail just to make it here. Can't get distracted by what's in the rearview mirror. I'll go out of my mind. Something like that. All right, so let me talk to you a little bit about Miss Wonder and where I'm at with it. So I have finished everything up and through the chorus, at least the rough draft version of all of that. And now I am approaching the second verse of the song. And since I already have the bridge, really the only parts that I need to work on lyrically are the second verse and the outro, and I even have an idea for the outro. Like, we have some stuff there. It's just this second verse, and typically when I write songs, the second verse can make or break you, because the second verse always provides you with a really good opportunity to do something interesting. The second verse can be challenging and rewarding because largely, at least in like pop music, you will follow the same structure melodically as the first verse. So when you bring it to the second verse, it's all of the same melodies and all of the same syllables, just different words. And that can be challenging because, this other time you were writing the words and the melody at the same time, and now you're trying to fit words into a set melody. However, typically in the second verse, you have to add something or take something away in order to make it interesting and in order to make people still want to listen to it and it not just be a carbon copy of the first verse. It's fun because it's almost the same as the first verse. It's almost the same, but just slightly different, and you get to add that slightly unique touch to it. And especially when I've been working on the first verse for so long, getting to do the first verse just slightly differently can be fun and can make the song exciting again. All right, I will see you when I have some progress in the second verse. Hi, I was not going to record this brainstorming in the car, but then I'm just starting to work on the second verse and think about, like, what do I want the second verse to say? So the first lyrics that I've come up with are, Miss Wonder knew from the jump she'd something. What I've decided is that something that we hear about in the first verse of this song is this allusion to, like, I've fought tooth and nail just to get here. She's sacrificed, companionship and, really, truly close relationships with people in order to be successful. She is a member of this group, right? But even when she's there, she feels like these people don't really see her. And she feels like no one really connects with her and no one really understands. She'll be there and she'll do the thing, but, like, it never quite feels perfectly, like, right. So the first verse is setting up that emotion of feeling alone and never really feeling connected to the people around her, the people who are supposed to be her closest friends. But the second verse is explaining the why, or that's the goal of the second verse for me. What I've decided is that Miss Wonder knew from the jump that she wasn't going to be perceived as like the fun one in the group. Like, she was never going to be the one that was like the life of the party. She was never going to be the one that was like the most likable and the most personable. She knew from the jump that that wasn't her. And so she decided, you know what? Okay, well then I'm not even gonna try and play that game. Instead, I'm gonna, maybe not be the most fun, but I'm sure as hell gonna be the most successful one. I'm gonna be the smartest and classiest and the most sophisticated and the most successful person here. And you won't be able to argue with my success, right? And it's this, maybe she's not the most fun, but she is the most, wondrous. And she is just the most awe-inspiring person in this group because of what she has accomplished. Just a little bit of, character development things that I'm thinking about as I'm talking about Miss Wonder. And now all that I really have to do is do the actual work, which is taking those ideas and turning them into lyrics for the second verse. So once I get home, I'll do that. I've done it. I did it. I finished all of the lyrics for Miss Wonder, and I'll be done with Miss Wonder for the time being after I record just in voice memos, just like a full version with the keyboard. And so that's very exciting that I finished all of the lyrics. Let me tell you, there are just so many words in this song. And something that I find interesting about this process was a lot of this process for writing Miss Wonder happened while I was just sitting places where I could not sing. Like, it was all done in my head. For instance, I wrote a lot of this song at work. I just find that very interesting. And then it was just sort of taking all of those ideas that I had come up with other places and bringing them back to the keyboard and back to my room where I could actually sing through them and figure them out until I had a full song, which is just a very unique experience and one that I probably will be seeing more often now that I'm, working and stuff. The next song that I'm planning on working on is 6, so that's, a very exciting time. So yeah, I guess I'll see you in the 6 section. He's got this bravado about him. That's the whole character of Mr. Impossible, is he's done the impossible and he knows it and he flaunts it. It's this sort of tension between people because they hate him for it, but they also can't really hate him. He's an interesting case, not easily placed. He plays with your senseless, so God, we're defenseless against his. Someday we're gonna make him pay. We're gonna make him pay for the way. We're gonna make him pay. Sure then. He's an interesting case, not easily placed. He confuses the senses. Oh God, we're defenseless against his words. He's been talking circles around us for years. Be careful with dynamite. They say, alright, I'll be careful with dynamite. I'll be careful with you. Aim to fight. But I swear if you come any closer, but I swear if you come any closer, I'll bite. But I swear if you come any closer, I'll bite. No, he's not scary. He's just confident. He's like, I don't care. He's like, I don't care. Oh no, I have a voice memo. I had to find the voice memo. Okay, I found the voice now. This, and then I gotta go, but I know how he craves the approval, the praise. I know how he hungers without it. So So why does he feel the need to disguise and but why does he not just lead into it just like he does with everything? I don't know. I guess when I don't know, I just get really close to the camera. I know how he craves the approval, the praise. I know how he hungers without it. So why does he disguise? Why the need for all the lies? Why the need for all the hiding? Ooh, he thinks we're blind. Does he think we're blind? Does he think we're blind? Ooh, does he think he's hiding from? We see it all, we see it all, I see it all. I see it all. I see it all. Oh, I liked whatever that was. So, I think I'm gonna make that like the end. I thought it was gonna be like towards the beginning, but I suppose. Okay, that's all. Bye. What is he doing? What is he doing? He's talking circles around us for years, convincing us that every ideas. Okay, that could work. Convincing us that there's nobody and nothing that he fears, or something like that. He's talking circles around us for years, convincing us that there's nobody and nothing that he fears. He says, I don't need to hide, and nothing that he fears. It's a one-man show. It's a curtain close. It's a one-man show. And when the curtains never close. It's a one-man show where the curtains never close. Alright, the videos that I took yesterday are actually going to save my life because that combined with the setting that I just found, this is what I got for like the end of the song. Okay, just wait for it because I am thoroughly in love. I have to fill in some gaps, of course, but this is what I have so far. I know how he craves the approval, the praise. I know how he hungers without it. So why does he disguise? Why the need for all the lies? Why the need for all the... Ooh, does he think we're blind? He must think we're blind, but we're not blind, no. Ooh, does he think he's hiding from? We see it all, we see it all, I see it all. Cool, right? It makes me very excited. Anyways, that's all. But I don't know what it is to breathe, what it is to fake invincibility. I think I'm gonna be done for the night. Alright, good night. I wait forever to be. No. What am I trying to say? Show you why I'm the main attraction. Oh, why is he the main attraction? What is it? Impossible to hate. Impossible to hate. Show you why I'm the main attraction. Impossible to deal with, impossible to hate, impossible to let in, impossible to turn away, impossible to turn away. Where's he? There's something in his eyes, a confidence, a self-assurance, a confidence, a self-assurance that makes me wanna, makes me wanna His mask slips a little. His mask slips a little. His mask slips a little. And then you might see that without your affection, he is nobody. I kind of like it. Oh, the sunshine. Ooh, the world likes it. Now you can see that without our affection, he's nobody. Good, I did it. We did it. Woo! Hello. So basically, I'm an idiot, and everything that I did when I was brainstorming the chorus, well, I kind of knew that I was in the wrong key, but I was like, whatever. And then I shouldn't have been like, whatever, because the part that I wrote is perfect for that key, but that's not the key that I'm in. So then it would be, it's impossible to do with. And that is just too much for me. So I'm going to take it down an octave. He's impossible to deal with, impossible to hate. The mask slips a little, and then you can see that without our affection, he's nobody. You know, I didn't think I was going to put that there, but actually, nobody. That's all. I don't have a lot of brain capacity for anything else. That's all. Goodbye. Hello. I'm actually in my school's parking lot. I was just at the library, and I was reading my book, and I needed a break, so I pulled out my MacBook and started writing. Well, I started updating the lyrics to Mr. Impossible, and then I just started writing more lyrics to the end. I've decided that the I know, that part is gonna be at the end. So it's gonna do the I know what it means to need complete control. Yes, I know how to lie through my teeth just to spare my soul. To spare my soul, just like Mr. Impossible. Don't something like that. Is how I want to end it. I'm really liking the way that the song is sounding, and I like the slow tempo because it's like it's not rushing anywhere. It doesn't have anything to prove, right? It doesn't have anything to prove. It's just this slow, confident tempo that's like, I don't need to go any faster than this. I'm just gonna sit here and I'm just gonna tell the story about this character who very much is like this tempo, right? Just doesn't need to prove himself. He's just gonna go at whatever pace he wants to go at. He's just gonna do whatever he wants to do because he is Mr. Impossible, and he can accomplish the impossible, and he can do whatever he wants to do. That's all. I've talked for 10 minutes, and now I'm gonna go home, probably. Goodbye. I got it. I know what it means to need complete control. I know, yes, I know how to lie through my teeth to save my soul. Just like Mr. Impossible. Just like Mr. Impossible. Just like Mr. Impossible. You're too familiar, Mr. Impossible. Don't bury your soul, stay in your role. Don't bury that sounded good, which means I only have to figure out the chords for the chorus and the second verse. Okay, bye. Hello, it's 8:13 in the morning, and I'm up, and I'm, of course, immediately at my keyboard, because I've been thinking about Mr. Impossible, obviously, because that's what I'm working on, and the real thing that I'm trying to do is something that I've been trying to do with every single one of these songs, which is trying to balance the structure of the song and not making, like, every single song, like, super long, super complicated songs, but also the fact that I have to tell enough about the character and give each character enough time so that they feel like real characters, that there's not like one character that feels like it's less developed than the rest of them. Because I could just go from the first chorus. I would make the piano for the first chorus more interesting, for sure, if this is the plan, because I don't want to go from to just, it's just too boring, but that could be a problem for a later date. The thing that I am more concerned about is if I have told enough about Mr. Impossible. The only things that, like, I want to say that I haven't said are about, like, how I see Wild Card, like, parts of Wild Card, but he's like a dreamer. Just to draw more similarities between Mr. Impossible and the Dream Chaser, but also highlighting the key difference, which is that he flaunts it, right? He flaunts it. I have decided that I'm gonna write a second verse. I'm gonna write a short second verse. The song's gonna be like 4 minutes and 30 seconds probably, but I think it's worth it because right now it just doesn't feel right with me. If I go straight from our dramatic chorus to the dramatic end doesn't feel as dramatic in comparison. Okay, that's all, bye. He's got some wild from Wild Card, but there's no doubt he's a dreamer. A deadly combination, information, situation, the way that he flaunts these dreams, the way that there's no receipt. He knows that he's impossible and he don't want everyone to know it. Hello, so I have officially finished Mr. Impossible, which means I have officially finished the last song that I have to write for the EP. But it is not the last video that you'll see, because the last video that you'll see will be 6. This song was very interesting. I think this one stands out to me mostly because I think some of the recent ones, like, finishing them has felt really difficult. Like, I've had to push myself really hard to finish them. And Mr. Impossible, I mean, maybe it's the fact that it's over winter break and it's already kind of like a renewal time. And also, it's just because I haven't had time to write in a while, but it was really fun to write. The song was just so much fun. And sure, there were times when I was like, ugh, I gotta sit down and I gotta really think about what this is trying to say in order to get it right. But I had fun. And once I got, like, moving and once I got some momentum, it was really good. It was a really fun time. And that's really all I have to say about Mr. Impossible. This has been Mr. Impossible. And bye. I actually got the idea for the chorus from an old thing that I had done. Like, it was just like a little voice memo, just like one-liner type of thing called Oxygen. It wasn't anything really substantial enough for me to be like, oh, I shouldn't take this because it's already part of another song that I wrote. So I stole that melody and I changed the words, because the original words were, I don't get enough oxygen when you're around. And the new lyrics, that I changed them obviously to, I'll play my opposite, I'll be the optimist when they're around. Hello, I'm already trying to update about The Optimist so that I can put it into the iMovie. I was just listening to my GarageBand recording of it as of this moment, and all I can think is I knew just from starting this and just from brainstorming that the hardest part about this song is going to be point of view. In all of the other songs, it is sort of a narrator's perspective. It is the Dream Chaser, which we're introduced to in the first song on the EP, right? And then that character goes on to narrate all the other ones. That's why in Wild Card, we say, she says, let's go. It's not I say, let's go, because the I in the situation is not Wild Card. So for The Optimist, the easiest way for this song to go would be from the perspective of sometimes I'm sick of always being the optimist, right? That's going to be the final chorus. But once again, I, which would be the optimist, isn't the one telling the story. So how am I going to work around that? I do not know. But I guess I shall figure it out in due time. So until then. Oh yes, I momentarily forgot that I was supposed to be updating on The Optimist. Oh god, speaking of not optimistic about that. When I just found my last video where I was updating, and now I feel like I should fill you in. So how is The Optimist, guys? I've progressed a little bit, but last time I talked about I was having, let's just walk over to the keyboard, roll over to the keyboard, I guess. I was having troubles with the perspective and how to switch into, because I hear the chorus in first person perspective. Now I'm having trouble because I wrote something, and I would probably have to re-listen to my voice memo in order to fully remember what I wrote. But I wrote something, so I wrote like a lot of the chorus, and then I started writing something else. And my problem is that the other thing that I was writing was in 3/4, and then the chorus is in 4/4, and I don't know how to transition from 3/4 to 4/4 because it's just not something that I'm used to. Because I feel like it sounds awkward right now, and maybe it's just I'm just not used to it, but yeah, it feels awkward. But right now the chorus is, I'll play the part you give, I'll be the optimist when you're around, when you're around. I'll bleed and die for this, I'll be the optimist. I hate that I'm faking, lie awake, stare at the door. Trying to feel something more, but I'll be your optimist. You're optimist. I haven't used this chord yet. You're optimist, cause I'm good, good at it, good at it, good. Cause I'm good, cause I'm good at it. I like this chord a lot. I'll be your optimist, cause I'm good at it. But in the minute, trying to feel something more, but I'll be your optimist, cause I'm... No. Maybe I should wait to the end to do that part. I'll be your optimist, cause I'm good at it. I kind of like that. I kind of like that for an ending. I'll be your optimist, I'll be the optimist. Do I change it? I don't know how big of a significance it is between I'll be your optimist and I'll be the optimist. Because the song is called The Optimist. So I want it to say the optimist probably, but I also like your optimist because it feels more personal. Because when you say I'll be the optimist, I feel like it brings it out to, like, in general, all the time, I will be everybody's optimist. Whereas when you say I'll be your optimist, it's like for you guys, you know, because you were such good friends and because, you know, you guys need an optimist within this group, I will be your optimist. And it makes it feel like very personal. So just random thoughts about the optimist. I just finished the first, look at this, it's sun's out, guns out, but in my room because I'm incredibly hot from just sitting in here working on this for so long. But it's 8:30 and I officially finished the first pre-chorus to the chorus of The Optimist, which is very exciting and just, I'm glad that I'm making progress, you know, because I should not be allowed to write when I'm driving because my speed goes like this. It's like normal speed, lost in thought. Normal speed, lost in thought. Normal speed, lost in thought. I need to come up with something solid for this video. One of these days I'm gonna crack. One of these days I'm gonna break down and say what I really. One of these days he's gonna break down and say what he's been holding on to for so long. Say sometimes I'm sick of always being the optimist when you're around. Hello. I was at work earlier. I was so bored, so I was trying to write some of The Optimist. Really, I have all of it except for like one part. But I have finally figured out what I want, and a really big thing that happened at work is that I've known the first verse to pre-chorus and then to the first chorus, and then I've had some idea of the second verse, but really what I needed to work on was the bridge between the second verse and the second chorus, and then how I was going to end the song. And I figured out how I'm going to end the song, which is that I'm going to end the song with a key change. For the second verse, now I'm going, somewhere along the line, he saw some things that he just couldn't shake off. And then I need a bridge that talks about, like, basically, but even though, like, he didn't feel like the optimist anymore, like, he wasn't an optimist anymore, he still had to be the optimist. Because we all need the character, no wonder what you can defer. Okay, I gotta actually go now, because I have very little time to get my life together. But yeah, I will see you afterwards. Goodbye. I have pretty much finished The Optimist. Something that I've been having a hard time with this song in particular is finding the correct tempo. I think because it changes time signatures from 4/4 to 3/4, it's been kind of like hard to just set a metronome and be like, yes, this is the tempo because it switches. So yeah, there you go. Just a little bit of updates on The Optimist, which I'm not gonna officially like close this case until I have like a full recording of it, but I'm pretty much done, so hopefully I'll get a recording maybe tomorrow. All right, that's all. Goodbye. I'm gonna try something to save me from a little bit of the tempo thing. I'm not gonna have a consistent tempo. We're close. But we all need a character, no one know. We all need a character, there's nobody to which you can defer. We all need a character, there's nobody to which you can defer. And I think that he's starting to come to the realization there's nowhere to go. We've got him on the ropes, saying I'll play my opposite, I'll be the optimist. So I think I might just be feeling it because also, like, he's starting to come to this realization. There's nowhere to go. We've got him on the ropes. Like, he feels trapped. And then I think that anxiety is building. And with that anxiety, the tempo is also building. So I think that it does work musically. I just also think that a big part of why I'm doing it is because this tempo stuff is a mess. Because I wrote these at such different periods of time and didn't figure out how they were going to line up until right now. You know, you will see by hopefully the timestamps that I will put in all of these videos that the first video for The Optimist started on July 2nd, which means that I have been down this road for a long time. And it has been a sporadic and kind of random journey. And now we're here. And the goal for today is to get a recording of the full Optimist. Hey, I did it. I'm done. I'm moving on to our final song. This is one of the placements on the EP that I know for sure. I know that 6 is going to be the closer. It's going to be the last song on the EP. The idea for 6 is that 6 was the last member to be added to this group, right? He's always sort of feeling like he's not quite accepted into the group because there have been other 6th members. There's sort of always been this solid group of 5, and then there's just been like a 6th member, you know, off on its own, right? And this 6th member has been replaced again and again and again. So now this character, 6, is constantly questioning if he's going to be replaced, when he's going to be replaced, like, do people still want him there? Something that differs from a lot of the songs that, you know, will be in this video is that I started the writing process on camera, and then you got to see the whole writing process. This is a little bit different because similar to Wildcard, I started writing 6 a long time ago. 6 was actually the song that I got the most progress in the earliest. I had written the chorus on guitar. This is called 6. Whoa, dear 6, I hope you stay. You're so much better than the ones before. No, I think we were just wasting time, trying desperately to find the one who was meant to complete us. I think you're it, our number 6. I think that you fit here, 6. And then I had Callie over, and we worked on the first verse and the second verse, and then started thinking of ideas for the bridge. So this is also the only song on the EP that I will have co-written, which seems simple, right? I should pretty much already be done with 6, right? Just play through it, finish the bridge, whatever. And like I pretty much already have the bridge, so I could be like done with 6. However, going back to what Callie and I worked on specifically in the second verse, I have a lot of issues with the lyrics. I think that I just don't like them. I don't know how else to describe them. I kind of talked about this in Miss Wonder, like this thing of going back to something that you're unsure about and being like, it's either grown on you a lot or you realize that you hate it. And I very much despise the second verse of 6. But I still have a very solid idea. Like, I have a first verse and a chorus. I have the bridge as well. I really need to do the second verse, and I need to put piano with it. So yeah, I will see you when I have some type of development, or I'm brainstorming, or, you know, doing whatever I'm doing. Our final 6. I can see that you're hiding in plain sight. I can see that you're hiding. See that you're so can see that you're hiding in plain sight. I can see that your rope is pulled too tight. Da-dum-dum-da-dum-dum. But don't give up the fight. Don't let it eat you alive. Whoa, dear Six, I hope you stick. Hello, I am very excited because, well, first of all, I just finished work and I'm leaving literally right at this very second. And I'm also excited because I have an actual update on Six, which I haven't had in a long time because I've just been super busy. But I'm here to update you on where I'm at. So forever, like, the main part that I needed to work on with Six was the second verse of Six. And I have sort of been working on it here and there in between my last update and now. However, I am just now getting close to done with it because I have the first part of, there's sort of two main parts to the second verse, I'd say. There's the verse part and then there is this pre-chorus part, right? And what I'm working on right now is trying to bridge the verse part with the pre-chorus part. I've got a few lines to make them flow into one another, right? And then I'm just gonna go straight from the pre-chorus to the chorus, and then I've got the bridge already, and then I've got, the song basically, and then I just have to work on putting it with piano. But like I've said in the past, I'm not gonna worry too much about making the piano super complex because I know that in the end I'm going to turn this song into a very string heavy song, so I'm not gonna worry too much about the piano. Second verse, so it goes, I can see you always doing the mental math, trying to calculate how you gonna make it past all this bullshit, make it to 18, say something, but can you hear us when we're screaming at you, don't give it the fight. And so I have to add, so it goes, I can see you always doing the mental math, trying to calculate how you're gonna make it past all this bullshit, make it to 18, make it to 18, make it to 18. Where they'll finally let you go, where everyone will, where something break free is what I'm getting. Hello again from future editing Avery, here to talk a little bit about Six because I realized in the editing process of Six that I did not really include any type of wrap up. I just kind of cut things off suddenly. I didn't have a lot of footage for Six because, similar to Wildcard, I wrote a lot of Six before I started making these process of writing songs, videos. So really I only have brief things about me really working on the second verse because, to be honest, I had, like I talked about, almost the whole song except for the second verse. And for a long time, Six was really frustrating for me because I felt like it should be so easy to finish. All I had was this stupid second verse, and I could not, for the life of me, come up with a melody. I could not come up with what I wanted to say. I tried over and over again, so many brainstorming sessions, but none of it worked. And so I couldn't really include any of that in the videos because none of it was working until I first got the opening for the second verse. Changed everything. As soon as that happened, I jumped on the Six bandwagon and I wrote the second verse because I knew that I had to do it right then and there because otherwise, who knew how long it was going to take me to finish it. Yeah, that's pretty much all that I have to say about 6. It was a pretty smooth process after I got that first melody for the second verse. Now, this will be the last video that you guys see. However, I'm hoping that in-person Avery will now come up and give some sort of overall wrap-up of the whole project, so I'm not going to do that right now. But let me just say briefly, it's been so much fun recording the process of writing all of these songs and going back through and editing them and seeing how these songs kind of came to life. And I hope that you guys have enjoyed it, and thank you so much for watching.